Well, Emily Howard, and the name of the business is considerthewildflowers.com. And man, just talking to you a little before this, I think you are, just, besides being such a delightful human being, but really can show the rest of us, man, how you can live life to the fullest. I mean, you're just a year or two out of college, man, and you've figured all this out. I'm 72 years old, man. I haven't figured this out. And you went to college and got a degree, what? In art and religion and trying to get a job. And everybody thought, I was nuts. And on the side, you were making jewelry just like in your dorm room or something? Was that it? Just had a
My bedroom.
the bedroom. And after 6 months of not finding someone, man, you said, hey, people were saying, why don't you start your own business? And you just went and do it. And to me, the most amazing thing, you learned how to do it on YouTube. You didn't hire a consultant, experts, all this kind of stuff. You learned how to make jewelry, and this is with like blow torches and all this kind of stuff or whatever you use. You could tell I have no idea what I'm talking about. So that's delightful. And what, within a half a year or so, you're supporting yourself with doing it full time. That's phenomenal. I mean, what a story! And it's because of the internet, I guess, right? I mean, you think the internet was the main reason
Yes,
you began?
absolutely.
Pardon?
Oh,
Are you
sorry.
here?
I said absolutely because of the internet and because of social media.
Ah, social media. Why? Because that was able, you figured that out to market, you mean?
Yes, yes, for marketing, free marketing.
Yeah.
Um, that's the way.
Heck, otherwise, you'd have to pay for advertising in newspapers or television like I did and everything like that. And now you don't. And you just do it all yourself. I think we have a little delay, right? Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah, a little delay, but I hear maybe it's okay. So tell me, jewelry. What kind of jewelry are you making? I mean, it looks beautiful on the site, so people want to see it. They really consider the wildflowers.com, and that's a verse from the Bible, isn't it? The
Yes.
you had that, and
It's
it.
consider how the wildflowers grow, for they do not labor or spin, and our jewelry is very simple and delicate.
Mm.
So, which goes along with the verse too, because we just encourage our customers to purchase jewelry, but know that they are the most unique thing on their person. So it enhances their own personalities.
I see. So in other words, and it's very delicate work, it looks like. And also you have workshops you're giving now and floral arrangements. I don't understand the floral things you're doing.
Well, that's kind of a personal
Ah,
story because my business name was Consider the Wildflowers. People automatically assumed I was a florist, and I told you before, I had to say yes to a lot of things,
ah,
knowing what I was doing. But it ended up turning into a really great opportunity, and so I would just say yes. And I've done 5 or 6 weddings now in the last 2 years, and quite a few like floral events. And then
ah.
also, I originally taught a workshop on floral arranging so that I could get a discount on my rent.
You greedy person.
Yeah. So, but you know what? It was so much fun, and it brought, when you have an online business and you don't get to see your customers
Ah,
face to
yes.
face, it it invites them to like not only invest into spending time here in our studio, but also to like spend face time together and get to know them and what they like and what they don't
I
like.
see. Right. Nothing beats really face to face on that. I mean, the
Exactly.
older I get, I do a lot online, but boy, I mean, that's why I'll go speak anywhere and just to get feedback from people face to face is
Mhm.
nothing, could beat that. But your stuff is so elegant, and you even have like, gosh, I'm on Amazon. You're also on Amazon, and Martha Stewart gave you her blessing.
Yes, she did. And we appreciated it a lot.
That's wonderful. So that's why somebody who taught herself how to make jewelry by watching YouTube videos, just 6 months, out of college and supporting herself doing it, and a year later, Martha Stewart's, putting holy water on her.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. And so you were thinking that instead of this didn't even come to mind until you start looking for jobs and people were telling you this. And what kind of jobs were you looking for?
So I thought in my last semester of school, if I can, start a little side business and show what I can do with Photoshop and
I see.
What I've taught myself with social media, if I can do that and use it as a resume builder, then surely it will help me get a job for somebody else. So I interviewed with a couple different companies, and we would go through the process, and it was just this unsettling bridge between, well, you're basically applying to do what you already do for yourself. So why are you not doing that for yourself? And I didn't have an answer. So I was applying to fashion for cause type companies, and that's kind of just where it left off. And I had another opportunity for a side job doing social media and branding for a company out of the Entrepreneur Center, which was an opportunity for me to go to the events for free. And not more importantly, just to learn and grow on that team and see how it would grow even more, a business, a startup. So that was a shoe company.
Oh, a shoe company, really? So it's a fashion business, though.
Technology.
What kind of shoes? That's interesting. What kind of shoes they making down in Tennessee? What are they?
So it's actually my friend Ashley owns this company called Alone C, and she has coded her own app. So she'll scan your foot with a 3D scanner, and then it'll send off to a 3D printer and make a custom shoe. Yeah.
Oh, hey, put her on to me. I'd love to interview her. Is she still in business?
Yes, she is.
Yeah, oh yeah, I'd love to do that. I'm a shoe guy, and
Oh,
yeah. Oh, I'd love to talk to her.
okay.
But what do you think that something like so 6 months out of college, you figured out how to support yourself with your own business and share your soul and talent with the world and everything. What stops the rest of the young people from doing this, you think?
Maybe, probably fear.
Really?
Or just self-doubt. And that's probably one of the things that has been most encouraging to the people around me that I'm friends with, that have been friends with me for a few years, to see me make a decision to do something and stand by that and read all the books, ask all the questions, do what it takes to kind of figure that out. And that's probably, my friends just kind of will come to an event or something. Like tonight we have an event, and they'll just say, "Do you remember 2 years ago? This is crazy." So
well, 50 years ago when I was starting out like you, I was the same thing with the fear of failure, and that's why my first two businesses failed, and that was the most joyous thing that happened to me, because then I didn't have to worry about it anymore, because I realized nobody cares if you fail.
Exactly. And I think one of the biggest things for an entrepreneur, I think Seth Godin says this, but you have obstacles and you have opportunities, and the entrepreneur knows how to turn both into their advantage. So I love that quote, and it's very true, because obstacles still come up where I'm
that's
like,
what life's about.
what am I doing?
No,
Yeah.
in school, I remember they used to train me in the MBA to make everything run smoothly. And then when I get out, I'm like, man, that never happens. Why the hell am I trained to do that? You have to train yourself for chaos. Nothing's ever going to run smoothly. If it did, you wouldn't be needed.
Exactly.
Well, that's wonderful. And so now, so other people, it's just, I guess the fear of failing is what keeps people and, from doing this. And I could see the joyousness in you. I mean, I think, people like you that are doing what you want can give more to society or to personal people in your life and everything, because you're not in some miserable position all day, right?
Yes, that is true. I definitely think that certain jobs, and I mean, when you are doing what you're truly called to
Yeah.
do, and you feel joy while you're doing it,
Yes.
you have that overflows into relationships, and
Yes.
it overflows after work and on the weekends, and
And you're more lovable too, I think. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, well, people can love you more. If you're miserable all day, it's hard to
Yes.
love a miserable person.
Exactly.
But if you're happy all day, you become easier to love. And that's one thing, as I get older, I say, that's the one thing I could really concentrate on, do better. I could love harder. I may cannot run faster, but I could love harder. So that's something you'd always do. And I wish I knew it at your age. Oh, that's wonderful. So are other people, get excitement from seeing you success and maybe trying it themselves yet?
Yes, I definitely think so, and I hope so. And I have a lot of people come to our workshops and say, "This is my project," and getting to hear what they're doing and being like, "You can do this." It's like, this is me telling you from my.
Absolutely. So, in other words, you're saying, with YouTube and $100, you're in business.
Figure out what you love and do it.
Yeah. Well, you're so sweet, and thank you so much for being there, Emily. I just think what you're doing is terrific, and to show people and to have a product. I think mass marketing is over with, because you could give us something very personal, and that's more joyous in life than getting the 15th billion copy of something. Those days are gone. So thank you for showing us the new way, Emily, and take care. So consider the wild. Now this is spelled funny, right? Consider then WLDFLWRS.com, right?
Vowels and wild.
Right. So it's like that. You would spell it on a license plate. Right? Thank you so much. Take care.
Thank you.